Bread and condensed milk, the sweet trap for people with diabetes. Bread dipped in condensed milk. Just hearing it brings back waves of childhood memories. A crispy loaf of bread, torn into small pieces, dipped into thick, silky, sweet condensed milk. This simple snack was once a breakfast or afternoon treat for generations, from students to office workers, from the end-of-month tight budget days to street corner hangouts with friends. Delicious, cheap, convenient. Who could resist? Yet behind that crispy crust and alluring sweetness lies a dangerous sweet trap, especially for those living with type 2 diabetes. If you or your loved ones are battling this condition, take a moment to listen to the warnings from nutrition experts to protect your health before it's too late. White bread, seemingly harmless, is actually one of the top culprits of blood sugar spikes. White bread is made from refined flour, which has been stripped of most fiber, vitamins, and minerals. What remains is almost pure starch. Once consumed, this starch is quickly broken down by enzymes into glucose, flooding the bloodstream and causing a rapid rise in blood sugar. This is particularly dangerous for diabetics, whose pancreas already struggles to produce enough insulin to manage blood glucose. And that's not all. When white bread is combined with condensed milk, that thick, aromatic, mouth-watering liquid, the harm multiplies. Condensed milk is essentially cow's milk concentrated by removing most of the water, then loaded with added white sugar for preservation and its signature sweetness. On average, 100 grams of condensed milk contains 44-55 grams of sugar, an enormous amount compared to the body's recommended daily intake. Consuming large amounts of both fast-acting starch from white bread and simple sugar from condensed milk at once forces the pancreas to work overtime, pumping out insulin to try to extinguish the blood sugar surge. For healthy individuals, one serving might not cause much harm. But for people with type 2 diabetes, whose pancreas is weakened and whose insulin production is insufficient or ineffective, this becomes a true blood sugar shock. Glucose levels soar, triggering fatigue, excessive thirst, frequent urination, and, in severe cases, even diabetic coma. Even worse, sustained high blood sugar doesn't stop at temporary dizziness or fatigue. Over time, it silently damages the body's small blood vessels, leading to dangerous complications. Cardiovascular disease, retinal damage and blindness, kidney failure, diabetic foot ulcers. Outcomes no one ever wants to face. And it's not just about blood sugar. Regularly eating bread with condensed milk also promotes rapid weight gain. Refined starches and simple sugars are empty calories. They provide energy, but no satiety or essential nutrients. You may feel hungry again soon after eating, leading to overeating. Excess calories accumulate as belly fat and visceral fat. Overweight and obesity are the #1 enemies of diabetics, making blood sugar control harder and increasing risks of high cholesterol, strokes, and heart attacks. Nutritionists warn, never underestimate this familiar snack. For diabetics, bread with condensed milk can quietly destroy your health, rendering all efforts to manage the disease meaningless. Sadly, many still believe that eating just a little or occasionally is harmless. But in reality, even a single indulgence can cause dangerous fluctuations in blood sugar with unpredictable consequences. So what's the solution for bread lovers who want to protect their health? First, firmly say no to white bread and condensed milk in your daily diet, especially if you or your loved ones have diabetes. Instead, choose whole grain bread, whole wheat, rye, multigrain. These breads retain more fiber, B vitamins, and minerals, which help slow sugar absorption and keep blood glucose stable after meals. Next, transform bread into a balanced, nutritious meal by pairing it with protein and healthy fat-rich foods. A slice of whole grain bread with boiled eggs, chicken breast, salmon, or lean meat, plus vegetables like cucumbers and tomatoes, makes for a filling, nutrient-rich breakfast that lightens the burden on blood sugar. If you like milk, opt for unsweetened milk, low-fat milk, or unsweetened plant-based milk to add protein and calcium without spiking glucose. Also, make it a habit to carefully read the nutrition labels on food packaging. Many packaged breads on the market still use sugar, refined flour, or added sweeteners. Don't let marketing tricks like healthy bread or whole grain bread fool you. Always prioritize buying bread from reputable sources with transparent ingredient information. Along with changing your food choices, people with diabetes must also pay attention to building a healthy lifestyle. Eating meals on time, dividing food into smaller portions throughout the day to avoid sudden spikes in blood sugar, controlling serving sizes, and staying physically active every day. Regular exercise not only helps burn excess calories, but also improves the body's sensitivity to insulin, making blood sugar control more effective. Another important point: always maintain an optimistic spirit and strong willpower in avoiding foods that are harmful to your health, no matter how tempting or familiar they may be. Sometimes, just one moment of weakness can undo months of effort in managing your condition. Think about the long-term consequences. Think about your own health and the well-being of your loved ones, and let that motivate you to persist with a healthier lifestyle. For those who do not yet have diabetes, limiting consumption of white bread and condensed milk is also an effective way to prevent the disease in the future. Experts recommend minimizing added sugars in the daily diet and prioritizing whole grains, fiber-rich foods, protein, and healthy fats. Children and the elderly, in particular, need proper guidance on healthy eating to avoid relying on tasty, cheap, convenient foods that hide serious health risks. Remember, health is your most valuable asset, and nothing can replace it. Small changes today can help you and your family avoid major health consequences tomorrow. Don't let familiar foods, which may seem harmless, become the hidden enemies, silently damaging your body. If you find this information useful, share it with your friends and loved ones, especially those living with diabetes or at high risk of developing the disease. A simple reminder or timely concern may save someone's health or even their life. Start today. Say no to white bread with condensed milk. Choose smarter foods and maintain a healthy lifestyle. One small decision can make a huge difference to your health and your family's. Don't let fleeting sweetness turn into lifelong suffering. Live proactively, take control of your condition, and enjoy a healthy, happy life with your loved ones. And finally, remember, prevention is always better than cure. Protecting your health is also protecting the future of your family.